Sorry my face isn't in here more. You'll see my face a little more on the next post. I'm going to cover some stuff in G, C, and D today. Maybe throw a E minor or A minor in there into the mix. Playing this, I stuck the capo on too here just so it brings my fingers a little closer to the camera. I'm waiting for a headstock camera to come in so you can kind of get a view of that, and then also a lot of what goes on here. In fact, I could probably change this, give you a little bit more of a view. That's probably better, yeah. Better. We'll just do it like that. So I'm playing it on the orange wood guitar today. I just bought this guitar a month ago. I was looking for an inexpensive alternative to hauling around my Taylor that's sitting over there. We'll cover this in a sort of a podcast all by itself, you know. But this thing's $265. Comes with some electronics that are in there. On the end there, you can see, right? And it's got a battery that goes in there. I won't cover it too much right now, but for $265, it was really pretty impressive. There's only one thing that I plan to do is replace the tuning pegs. These are kind of crappy. But other than that, not a bad guitar. So, all right, so let's talk about G, C, and D. Three very basic chords, and I'm going to refer to these in their positions. It's got a capo on, so obviously this would be an A, this would be a D, and this would be an E. If you want to be exact, but we'll just refer to them in their open positions for the sake of this lesson. So, much like the previous lesson, you know, where we covered the idea that, well, like when you move from chord to chord, there's a lot of interesting things that you can do that are very subtle. They sound pleasant, just create some nice continuity, you know, for whatever it is you're playing. And G, C, and D, of course, are used all over the place in different combinations and patterns, but you'll get the idea. Because what we want to do here we want to get you to use some of these notes in between your chord changes. So rather than just doing basic strum, sounds fine. Maybe what's called for, you know, if you're singing and you want to keep it really simple. But there's, especially for the second guitar, we refer to second guitar parts, which usually play over something like a simple strum. There's a lot you can do in there just by hanging out right in here from the G, you know, if you know that scale. You can take any of those notes and you can place them, because you're in the key of G here, right? So you can place those pretty much anywhere you want as you change through the different chords. C, G, you got, you know. Right in here, not much to it. A little bit of muscle memory and just practicing for a couple hours. But once you start throwing those notes in there, and you can do it while you're picking the chord as well. All right, so pretty easy. Moving from the G, if you go up to a C, you're just playing a little scale there. So I'm plucking. I'm usually going between the root note, which in this case is a C note or D, but again we're referring to relative position here. So you got that, and I'm plucking the A string along with the G and the B string. And the E string to the G, back down. Stretch it, you know, sounds nice. So the D, nice way to resolve, right? So very easy. You want to make sure you get your little finger working on some of this stuff while you're on the D chord. Your pinky can do a lot for you there, right? Everybody noticed that one. That's an interesting chord that a lot of people use. It's a D chord. You're playing your D, but you're actually grabbing it with your middle and ring fingers here, using this finger on the F sharp. It's a bit of a suspended chord almost. It's sort of a chord that you would use in movement. For instance, if you went from an E minor up to a G, you could go D to G, or you could do it and the same thing with the C. That's about it. So if you can stay right in this area of the guitar, you don't have to get crazy. You don't have to play fast. You don't have to play all the notes all the time. You know, you can build your melody around them if you like. And you can, of course, you can play it in any different combinations. So if you're in the key of C, make it up. You know, just play around. That's why it's important to keep some fingers free. I don't always play the full chords. You'll see me play a D chord like this a lot of times, and I won't even have that last note on there. If I need it, I can, but I like to keep it so I can start to play all kinds of weird variations by taking this finger and play around G, C, and D. Throw a little, and the the E minor and A minor chords fit very nicely with that. So if you want to play a G chord, A minor up to C, to D, all right in here. Very nice, very easy to do. Okay, I hope you got a couple tips out of this. Hope it was useful. See you tomorrow.